Oh yeah, episode 63 with the man B-boy Shook from ILLMATIC Styles, yo. I'm with my man SUGY. What's good, bro?
Yeah. Yo, can't believe we finally did this one.
I didn't think it was gonna happen.
No, I kind of lost faith there, but
the man came back.
We kept up. We kept, keeping. We kept coming back to him because we really wanted to do this one. So we're hoping you guys enjoy this episode.
Shout out the city for the help.
Yes.
But yeah, man, definitely an episode we're excited about. We don't know the guy personally at all, and all we know about is dope videos, dope footage from him. So really excited for this episode. Excited for you guys to check it out. Other than that, as usual, you can always check us out every Monday. We have an episode releasing in English and then in French, one after the other, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and other popular platforms. And always, you can check us out on Instagram and Facebook at CYPHERSONS. And as well, you can join us, ask any questions about our podcast at info@cyphersons.com.
Before we let you guys go, I just want to add that we're working on adding more and more podcast distribution platforms. And we recently used the audio/video feature of YouTube to share the audio version of our podcast on YouTube as well. So for all of y'all YouTube users, do know that as of now, the podcast is also released in audio format, but on YouTube. And if you guys are using different platforms and you notice that Tales of the Cypher is not on the platform you're using, send us a DM, just shoot us a little message and we'll work to get that sorted. And also, if you're new to Tales of the Cypher, welcome. We truly hope you stick with us, you subscribe to our podcast, and check out previous episodes. We are a Franglish speaking podcast on breaking culture here in Quebec, in Canada. Other than that, voila, man. Yo, how would you describe Shook's breaking in one word?
It's not one word, but straight to the point.
Exactly.
Yeah,
man. Nice. So, I mean, very surprised by this conversation, and I hope you guys are too. And voila. Enjoy the show.
Peace out. All right, we're the man, the one and only, I would say ILLMATIC Styles, secret weapon.
Yeah.
Stephen Drysdale, aka B-Boy Shook. Shook, man, how are you?
Good, man. Good. Actually, fantastic.
Nice.
Things are going good.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Awesome. That's good to hear, man. We're happy. We're finally we got to this point. We made it.
Yeah.
We're doing this episode, and we're super hyped. We're super hyped because, like, you, I mean, we don't know anything about you. You don't know anything about us. Shout out to Chris for helping us organize this.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're really hyped.
Crooked City.
Exactly. Yeah. Crooked City.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, we're hyped to do this because, all we know from you is like footage. I think even just recently there's like new footage that popped out. You released it. Actually, who was the one who released that footage? Who?
I know. Okay. So what happened was, I don't know if I know him or not, but there's this Instagram page called Bag of Clips.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I didn't know, but so Biggles from Maximum Efficiency, he messaged me, just like text me, and he's like, yo, did you see that clip of you? I'm like, no, what are you talking about? And so did City. And anyways, they showed me the page, and the guy had some footage of me. I'm like, wow. And I've always wanted all of my footage, but it was like so like lost in the sauce pretty much. Like that's how like footage was. It just wasn't like, that's how it was, before. Like, I guess it was even like before YouTube, which I'm going to talk about in a bit. Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, so I went to go find it. I saw it, And then he posted another one. I said, thank you. Can you send me the footage? He sent it to me. And then he posted another one. And then I asked him, like, how much footage do you have of me or of us? I'm like, can I commission you to like make me like a video?
Yeah.
Like how long? I'm like 2-3 minutes. I'm like, just something. I've always wanted that. It's just I don't have access to footage and I'm not good at making it. And he's like, yeah. So like a month or 2 went by and he actually did it. And I told him to put Shook Ones on it, which is where I got my name from.
Okay.
The song Mobb Deep, Shook Ones.
Yeah.
So that's where I got my name from. So I'm like, put that song over it. Then we're gonna put like an instrumental because we didn't want to get taken down. I'm like, fuck that. Like just like, I'm like, put it down. It gets taken down. If he dies, he dies. Pretty much, yeah.
But that's cool. Shout out to Back.
Yeah, I know, and it still hasn't been taken down. So like, great.
It's still there. Because we saw a short clip, and then there's the big one that comes out where you're like, what's your name? You're like,
because I'm technologically inept, and I didn't know how to.
I don't know what you're talking
about. They're like IGTV, bro. They're like, okay, do that. Anyway, it worked out. Yeah, but no, he did a good job, man.
Yeah, it was
he left out some clips I know he has that I would have rather in there, but whatever. he did a good job. I'm like really grateful. Like, wow, that's really nice. Okay, I got to see things. I got to see things, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, I remember that. I remember wearing that.
Like, you didn't even approve on that footage. You're just like, oh
no, I just said do it, man, because I wanted to be from this guy. So if he has that much footage. And he's like making these clips for everyone. So I wanted it to come from someone that's outside looking in. What do you think is cool? So I got that, and like I would accept anything because I wanted to see what I didn't want it to be from me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If it comes from me, it's I'm telling you what I want to see. But if you are interested in this, I'm interested in what you're interested in.
Yeah.
With me,
Yeah.
That's what I find, like, where the art comes from, and like the actual passion is like getting to appreciate something like that.
Yeah. Well, it's always cool if someone else does it.
Yeah, for sure.
Dope, man. But
so he actually had all of that footage.
I don't know where he gets from, but yeah, he collected it. Yeah, of everyone, man. Like he keeps on posting things. Like, so I just did one from with Octaflight too.
Yeah.
I'm sure Alex would be like, what? I'm sure he was, but I'm the one actually. I don't know if anyone else did this, but I went up to him and I'm like, yo, whatever you have. I'm like, can you compile it? Just like make something, please.
Yeah.
Like, I've always wanted that. It's just that back then it feels like it's like, for some reason it's like so long ago or something like that we just like, it wasn't as easy to do it back then as it is now.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what he's doing, and I'm like, this is super interesting. I love that you're posting already. Can you just do something like this? Like, so I commissioned him to do it.
Yeah. But he
really nice.
He does a great job, man. Like, there's so much footage that, especially us as like,
pays a lot of attention.
Yeah, especially us as like Eastern Canada B-boys. We don't know much about the West, right? So it's like we get to learn that. Then we get to see guys where, such as yourself, we haven't seen much footage of you, and then it comes out. So big shout out to this guy who we know wants to say a bit incognito.
I don't even know his name.
We'll tell you after, maybe. But but that's cool, man. That's really how, I guess.
Yeah, I appreciate that he appreciates.
Yeah, I don't know about you, SUGY, but that's like how I was like, I heard your name a few times, but I never seen you break until that footage.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we heard, like, as we said before the podcast, like, we spoke to a few of the members of ILLMATIC before, and or ILLMATIC, and like we've heard your name several times. We've seen like short clips of you, and it was kind of like, it was kind of always like Shook and Shook and the boys, and like kind of like and I don't know, I'm not sure which podcast I mentioned this, but like I went to Halifax where Flakes was judging one time, so I got to hear a bit about like the old ILLMATIC days and kind of like catch the vibe of like what you guys were standing for back then.
Flakes is right there.
Nice, sweet. Yeah, for audio listeners, he's sitting in front of like an amazing painting of the whole squad. It's kind of cool, man. Like I wish everyone. I wish we could get a painting like that. So it's super cool.
Yeah,
I got
that took a long
abstract.
time. Yeah, that took a long time too. Yeah.
Yeah. So we caught a lot of a little bit of the vibe of like what ILLMATIC used to stand for. We hear stories from everyone, like every time we speak. I think EMIL and I, it's the era we are the most fascinated about. It's the like the early 2000s, the late 90s. And every time ILLMATIC is like top of the list, kind of like the people.
That's really nice. Because that's
you guys.
What we wanted to do. We wanted to make a legacy. Like that was like what it was all about. Like, yeah. Legacy,
all you hear is like, man, these damn dudes looking like Backstreet Boys smoking us.
Yeah, I know. I know that's who we're labeled too, but we embraced that and like we carried on with that. With the white kids from North Island and stuff, and then we got Logo in there. He's like black guy, and then. It wasn't even about that though. It was just like he just like fit in, and he had really good. He had the best headphones too. So
but that's the thing. It's like you mentioned you guys embrace that, like that sort of like white boy NSYNC Backstreet Boys, whatever. But like you guys are killing it. Like you look at City, you look at yourself, and everybody else. It's like even just looking at your footage, it's like you could see you're like cocky, confident, but super talented raw b-boy. So it's like you guys held your own for that in that sense.
Yeah, we picked it up. We learned that along the way. I mean, no, I'm saying like, I guess we were always like that, but like that's from like learning like the culture and actually like educating ourselves and like actually like diving deep. But the thing is that we were ordering. Okay. There's no YouTube back when we first started, and we were ordering videos from like freestylesession.com, and I think that was the site. Yeah, so we were ordering from there. So we were buying things. We were getting like we were previewed to like a little bit more information or just like information, I guess, and just like watching people from everywhere, and then being influenced from there, developing ourselves. But we realized that no one else was doing that. So we were able to bring like something new to mostly just Montreal, but also Canada in a way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, City told us like you were really like a networker, like
you were the connection maker.
Yeah, you knew like this guy, that guy, Toronto a lot. Like, can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know. That's just like in my, I guess in my blood. Like I love people in general. Like I just love people. So I like to get to know people, and I like to talk to people and understand and listen and talk, and then listen and then talk, and then So I was a network. You know what? Like honestly, and I think everyone would attest to it. Like it was more of like, if you need a captain on a team, I would like rally people. I'd be like, when we were battling, I'd fucking like yell at the guys like when they're like doing their round like battling. I'm like, let's go, let's fucking do it. Like, and I was like, I was so loud and like so like in the face, but like that was like the best thing. So the thing about this is that I always loved battles tenfold more than shows. Shows are fun. Doing shows, doing like choreographies or whatever. But when you're battling, when you're battling, and like when you're like really into it, everything in your life, it's matter. Like it's just it doesn't. It's not that it doesn't matter. It's just that you actually do escape. It's so intense. It's like whatever it takes right now. This all matters. We have to win, or like we have to like dialogue. We have to respond properly to the other crew, and it's just that it's so intense. It just brings you out of like life, because we all got life. We all have another life and stuff like that, But wow, do you ever like escape it, and it's like it's just so intense that you get in there and you come out and you're like, oh, what just happened? Like it's just like it's like, and you shake hands and everything like that, and then you can have a conversation after. Now, what else I'm gonna say is this: is that you have to realize that other people are coming from wherever they're coming. So it transcends race, and it transcends language.
Yeah.
And that's like the main thing is that like okay, here, let me give you an example. I don't want to be like ranting too much, but like my mind's like all over the place because this is how I strongly feel. Okay, so if I go to a competition like New York, LA, whatever, okay, I'm gonna hang out for the weekend. Let's say it's like a weekend event, like freestyle session or like whatever. I'm talking to someone in Texas, Chicago, fucking like wherever, Detroit, and I'm having like a good time with them. Sometimes they're not even from this country, and I don't even speak the same language as them.
Mm-hmm.
However, we're getting along and we understand each other. It actually, when you're there, that you're speaking a language that transcends race and all that type of, and religion, all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like it doesn't matter, and you don't know my name's Steven. It's Shook, and I know you for your name, and I don't know your problems and who you broke up with or what kind of family problems or financial problems or whatever you're having, and they don't know mine. It doesn't matter. That's not what we're here for. So we get along on that level. We would never have met otherwise.
Yeah.
But we're there, and we're having a great time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like this podcast right now. I don't think that if it wasn't for that, I think we would have never had the chance to chat with you and to hear about your story. But can you put us into perspective in terms of time here? Like, when did you stop dancing, and when did you start dancing, and when, like, how long ago did you leave the scene, quote unquote, or
your active years?
Yeah. Okay. Fine. So I started when I was 14. I was in high school with Flakes. He was my best friend.
That was what year?
I don't know.
90s? You could just say 90s.
Yeah, I guess like so. Okay, if I was I was 14 in grade 8, I think, and so it was. Fuck, I honestly, man, I'm not sure. I'm 36 right now.
Oh, so that was like 22.
I graduated grade 11 in
so 99.
2002. Yeah,
99?
I guess 99. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I graduated. But that's the thing. I went to a pep rally in high school, and my older cousin was they just did like a show like for fun, breakdancing, and then Flakes and I were like, that's cool. We went home, went on the computer, and we researched breakdancing. And then but you know how we learned? We read about how to do how you do a 6-step. We read like push up position, put your left foot out, left arm down. Like that's how you learn. And then we figured it out. And then we started being able to find how you can order videos and get it delivered. And then we saw it, and then we would go. First video we ever had, all of us, was the Maurizio video, which was honestly, I've always tried to figure out the timeline. But anyways, I was 14. I'm 36.
Okay.
Yeah. So
wait, did you say the Maurizio?
Yeah, Maurizio.
That's the first thing you saw?
Yeah, those are the first
wow.
No, I saw it in person, when we did the pep rally, when I went to the pep rally in grade 8, when I learned it. But that was the first video we had.
Yeah. Wow.
First impression for a video.
Good for first impression of the dance.
Which I'm wondering, how did everyone else learn? Because if no one else was doing getting videos, I don't know how they were learning.
Yeah.
Because that's how we learned. But no, because they weren't traveling either. I can tell you that. We were the first ones to really travel.
Okay.
Because we're white West Island boys.
That makes sense. 1 + 1. Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so let me get this straight. You guys were like not even 16 and you guys were already kind of like going to Montreal, and I see like
Yeah. Okay. So
I
the
see you
first
guys
time that we
early
went
in Montreal.
yeah. So we started learning, and we started going like some high school dances. Okay. And like we started like okay, so Flakes and I and another guy, this guy Derek Rice, he was in Blueprint that went to America's
Okay.
Best Dance Crew.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, so we made this one crew called, and this other guy, so he was, what was his breakdance name? I can't even remember. But the other guy in there is Doobie. And like yeah, and we used to like battle high school dances. So it was like Beacon School High School, it was like St. Thomas, and but so there was the Momentum crew, and then there was we were Red Dragons, but Red Dragons was like a younger crew from Foot Clan. So there's a crew here that taught us when we were younger. They were older, but they were called Foot Clan.
Okay.
Which is a sick name. I
Yeah.
wish we took that name. Yeah. But yeah, so anyways, they're older. We used to go like to their house when we were younger, and it probably wasn't like, I mean, it was like questionable like circumstances. And yeah, we learned from them. And then there was this other crew where City was from, but it was Crooked before.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and Sage was in, yeah. And then they were a Momentum crew. We used to battle all the time. Then we went to a dance, and we saw Decoy.
Okay.
DJ Benny Lava. Yeah. So we picked him up, but we battled him first, and then we asked him to be in the crew.
Yeah, I remember that.
After that, I think we got Logo, which was yeah, the other guy, and then we got Lazy, and I asked Lazy to come in the crew too. So that was ILLMATIC Styles.
So you were definitely the connector.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I guess so. No problem with it. I think my mom came up with the name ILLMATIC Styles too.
For real?
I swear to God, yeah.
Damn, that's the freshest mom ever.
I know. ILLMATIC obviously is like Nas and stuff like that, but the thing is, like, we did a show with Nas too. We did a show with Nas at the Dome.
Oh shit.
Yeah. That was cool. But he was really cool. But yeah, but ILLMATIC, like, I don't care, like, if Nas came up with it or not. The fact that matters is, like, it's a cool name.
Yeah.
It means something, and we embraced it.
Yeah.
We never talked to him about calling that. So, but I don't care.
Did you guys hide the shirts like when you were
we
doing
were
the
thinking about
show?
different names when we first started. So there was Red Dragons, and then there was Momentum Crew.
Yeah.
And then we were thinking about, when we like fused together, we were thinking about names. One was Elemental Threat, but we didn't go with that. We went with ILLMATIC Styles, and then we went to the first downtown event, which was Extreme Supreme Science on Boxing Day in downtown Montreal in the Rock Gym. And we went under ILLMATIC Styles, and then it was too late. Like, so we already like started making a name, and then it was like, well, you got to stick with that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think was it City that told us this, SUGY, that like you guys came in super early to that jam, like way too early.
Yeah, you guys arrived like
Omegatron's
early.
like, dude, I'm just setting up the jam. Like, this is still super early. I don't know if you're.
Oh, wait, what was that? When
City was just telling us. I think it was at Extreme Supreme that like you guys came into the jam extremely early, like on time. You know, like B-boy time is always freaking late. And I think it was that jam that he was telling us you guys came in, and Omega's like, I'm just starting to set up the jam. Like, we're not even halfway ready.
I think that was War is War. It sounds like
okay.
No. It was Maximum Heat.
Okay, maybe it was Maximum.
And it was in McGill University.
Is that type of thing?
Remember that? I can't believe I just remember that. Wow.
Is that type of thing where you come from, you don't come from the city, either you come from the West Island, from the South Shore. It's like, it's a long way to the jam, so you come extra early. Yeah. But in those times when you guys started battling the crew as ILLMATIC, can you tell us a bit about how was like that journey of, you started winning jams, you started to get, I guess, confrontation, criticism about you guys, but how was that like, if you could say in some kind of summary, like the ILLMATIC Styles journey in the breaking scene?
Okay. Sorry, say that one more time. I'm really sorry.
So just like
my brother.
How were your first few years, I guess, in terms of battles as a crew? Did you guys like start winning jams right away? Did it start only after a few years?
No. Okay. Hold on a second. No. Well, we started doing really well, making a name for sure. And then what happened was the first time we won an event here, actually I think that took a lot longer. We won events everywhere else. Like we were like making a name. We're always like making it just there, but it almost like didn't even matter. Like we were making like a lot of headway for our name. We didn't really expect to win because, believe it or not, there's actually politics involved. There is.
Yep.
Never heard of that.
There is. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, why do some people why does like Rock City Crew or fucking whatever you want to call it, like they're good, but like if you really want to call a spade, like sometimes you're like, yeah, the other guy won. But it's like, oh, but it's like this guy's been around forever. It's like, I guess like,
yeah, who gives a shit?
300 strikes or something. So like, no, so you win. Like it just like trumps everything. Yeah. So I mean, so to answer your question, I don't really have the answer. Like I don't know when we actually won here.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what was the like? Would you be able to put words on like how you think the scene was seeing you guys? Like how is ILLMATIC perceived from your point of view?
Okay, well, that's a loaded question, and the reason why is because it depends when.
Okay, walk us through the timeline there.
Oh fuck, man! Go on, man. Let me think. Okay. When we first came in, I think people were first like, "Whoa," okay. Like there was like just like it was like something that was just like new and it was just new.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they're like, okay, hold on. Let me bring it back a little bit further. Okay. The okay. And like I'm gonna go off on a tangent here, okay?
Go ahead.
Okay.
You got the time.
Okay, so this is the thing. Okay. So breakdancing, okay, b-boy. Okay. So okay, but okay, so I'm gonna tell you why like I didn't do it as much anymore and where my heart was broken. Okay. Because it was. So okay, so the best thing about b-boy and everything like that is that when you do a 6-step, the foundation moves, okay, any kind of anything 6-step, let's just call it 6-step. When you do it and you're from Montreal, and then when someone else does it from Boston, Chicago, New York, Florida, fucking France, whatever the like, okay, you do it just a little bit different. What that's called is dialect.
Yeah,
that's art. And that is the beauty, the most beautiful part of breakdancing, of dancing, of art, period. You do it different. Why? Because that's where you came from. There's a history behind that.
Yeah.
There's a story. Why do you do it like this compared to me? This is a foundation move. This is like a foundation move. We all do it, but it looks different. With you, Boston does it different from Chicago. Chicago does it different from Toronto. Toronto does it different from Montreal, Vancouver, you name it. It's just a little bit different. It's dialect. Now, so when we did it, when we started coming into the scene, we were like something different than the rest of the guys like in downtown Montreal, because we were influenced. We came from somewhere else.
Yeah.
And so why were people like, wow, that's cool? Is because like that's refreshing. That's something that we don't get to see. Okay, now we were getting videos. We were getting influenced a little bit more. So we were bringing something a little bit new. That's influence, right? That's because the 6-step's a 6-step. But when you do something, when you do it just a little bit different, just like a little bit of a different move, it's cool. Okay, so what happened then is that when you start traveling, just like even in life, you become more like aware. It's like you become like smarter. Or I don't even know what the word is, but you're just like worldly. You're aware. You just like have more of like your peripherals like have widened.
I guess more open-minded. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it influences the way you move.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you take what you will at that time, and then you move forward with that. And so people will either like it or they won't, but you bring something new to the table. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the death of breakdancing.
Yes, we want to hear it all.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just tell you like what I think. Okay. So breakdancing was like the best thing in the world. When I went to Chicago to do City versus City, when we went to Detroit. Wait, was that Detroit? Yeah, Chicago City versus City. Went to Detroit, went to, the Bronx. I was in fucking Compton, Inglewood, like all these places I never would have been anyways before, that's for sure. But when you go there, you just like experience, you're like so wow, you're like taken back, you're like, oh my God. And then that's when you become friends with people that you would never become friends with otherwise. You have one thing in common. That's what just transcends like religion and language and all that type of stuff. But when YouTube happened, okay, when it came out, all of a sudden, everyone had access to everyone's inventory and their style all at the same time. So you're not surprised about what you see anymore. You go to a competition and you're battling someone, okay? Like another crew, like a big crew. You know when they're about to do like this routine that they're about to do. You know when they're about to do it because you just saw it on YouTube. They just posted their fucking like their practice video.
Yeah.
It's a shame, and it's like it takes like the wind right out of my sails because like I like being surprised and I like surprising people. But if you already know what I'm gonna do, like, what are we doing here? Spinning our wheels, chasing our tail? It's like because for me, competition is everything. I love it. It's so intense. It's so like escaping. That's like the real part of like art. The shows are shows, whatever. They're fun, but not the same thing by far. And then they stretch. But yeah, it just really sucked when it just like it didn't matter about like flavor and like surprises and like these little things that were like put a lot of thought into because someone else saw it, they took it, they tweaked it, and now it's theirs. Whatever. We can like argue about that and call each other biters all day, but now it's like a acrobatic competition. It's like who can do the hardest move? Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? I want to see where you came from. I want to see how you do that because that's where you came from.
Yeah.
And I came from here and I'm going to show you something. You're going to show me and we're going to have a conversation on the dance floor. And then that just like broke my heart. It did. It really broke my heart.
When was that? Like when, you were done that year, I guess.
I don't know. It was gradual.
Because it was SUGY and myself, we started in 2009. So it was probably a bit before that, right? Maybe the year, literally 2009 that we started, you stopped?
I think, because I ruptured my Achilles tendon.
Okay.
It snapped. I was in crutches for a year, bro.
Fuck.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Fuck. Damn.
For a year. Yeah, I was at TriStars practicing with everyone. And at the end of the practice, everyone's like, okay, whoever can do like a running, like a running backwards, like front flip.
I can do it.
like it's like it's gonna get like we're all gonna go eat after and like someone's gonna buy something or whatever. So anyway, so I tried extra hard, and when I jumped off my foot, you heard a snap, and it was so loud the whole gym heard it. It was like a 2x4 cracking over your knee.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and everyone thought it was like because everyone thought the floor gave out from me. It sounded like the floor cracked. Yeah, I know. In midair, I'm like, oh fuck, and then I landed on my back, and Dingo came up to me. And he was like laughing because they thought it was a joke. Not a joke. So he came up to me. He's like, you okay? And I'm like, something happened. But it was a sensation. It wasn't painful. It was like a very weird sensation. I just knew that I couldn't stand up. That's for sure. And then I was like lying there and Lazy came up to me and like, and Dingo. And I was like there. And I was lying on my back. I remember this. This is the worst part. And then I just like, I'm lying back, I'm holding my leg and I'm like, oh, I think that was my Achilles. I'm like, please don't be. So I hold my leg up and I did like one of those things where you check like go like this. And it just wasn't there. And I go to Joe, like Dingo, and I'm like, it's not there, right? And he looks at me and he looks at me and he goes, I'm like, oh. Anyways, fluid, Jeff brought me to the hospital room or to the hospital, whatever. Then I had to have like a surgery a couple days later. They casted me up and then I did surgery a couple days later. And now I have a rubber band in there forever. Yeah. And it was a long process, and it was like really, but it wasn't about the pain or the injury. It was about like the heartbreak and the and just like knowing that like I'm in for like a long ride. But it wasn't even about the long ride. Like I'll deal with it. Couldn't drive or do any like normal things, right? Couldn't even go grocery shopping. But it was more about like, wow, like breakdancing. Like, it was like a hard breakup,
Yeah, it seemed like mass disappointment on your end on what it turned out to be.
I was disappointed
and all that stuff.
I was sad.
Yeah.
More than anything. Yeah, more than anything, because it was just like, okay, you realize like I can't do this to myself as much as I want it. But I'll be back. I have some plans.
Oh, okay.
To help the community. Yeah, I had some big ones. Yeah.
Damn, I like that.
Nice. Yeah. So like being in the event industry and everything like that, it just after like COVID like kind of like mess it all up. But no, but I have some plans. Like I'm gonna give back. Like not that I feel like I owe anything, but like I'm gonna give back to like the community. I'm gonna do what the community, at least actually in Canada, has been missing.
Yeah.
Because no one can get it together, but I'll get it together.
Nice.
So yeah. So you'll see what I'm gonna do, But like I'm gonna do like the biggest thing that you can possibly do in Canada for sure.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Okay.
Sick.
Yeah, but not just like take under pressure. I'm gonna do it times 1,000.
Like that.
Okay. I like that. Yeah. But so I mean, we can.
No, I will. I'm going to. It's on my bucket list.
I got you. I believe you. So I mean,
you heard it here first, people.
Yeah.
We can talk about that, since I mean you mentioned about right before the podcast how like breaking brought you to event making with your whole creative outlet, and even City he told us like even when we made jams, you guys made your first jam Fantastic Four 2005 I think, and you brought like Dizzy, Pro for One. So
Pro for One, yeah.
If you want to talk to us a bit about like how you came to doing events now. And
you listen to Tales of the Cypher every week. You want more content and want to support the podcast? Join us and subscribe to patreon.com/Tales of the Cypher. Patreon is a space where we can share exclusive content with you guys, as well as bonus episodes and the video version of our podcast. It's only $5 per month, and it helps us keeping the project going, and also ensures that the show can be forever distributed for free to the public. So to subscribe, patreon.com/Tales of the Cypher, and we thank you for your consideration. Do you want to be an announcer or a partner for the podcast? Email us at info@cyphersons.com to get in touch with us and discuss our various partnership plans. You have an event to promote, a local business, or a project to share? Just reach out and we would be happy to chat with you about it. Once more, info@cyphersons.com.
That was like a cool, I don't even know where we got that from at all. Like
probably the comics.
Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four was we wanted to bring so we did an Alizé, and that was like we got Profo, we got Dizzy. I don't even know how we got Dizzy. I think we just hit him up like randomly, and then that's how we became friends. I still talk to Dizzy like a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to talk about like Fantastic Four properly.
Well, Chris told us that you were kind of like the instigator for like everything event related in the crew, and like you were he informed us about like you making connections with people in Toronto.
Yeah, I mean,
so
yeah, but I don't know how we did that.
Magic.
I'm actually thinking. Honestly, I don't even know how it started. But anyways, we got Dizzy here, and like
I'm curious. I'm curious about Profo actually, because like Profo came to.
Okay, no. But Profo was already in Toronto at the time, and so we grabbed them at that time. So we're like, okay, while you're here, can you come here and do another event?
Okay.
Nice.
That's how we did that. Yeah. So Fantastic Four was like cool, but I don't know where we got like inspired for like the idea. But do you know about Fantastic Four? What it is? Like everyone goes to the event. You throw your name in a hat, and then we make crews.
Okay. Nice.
So then it's like a melange, right? It's like a big, like, some big people.
Yeah.
that was really cool. We rented out the Alizé. We made it happen. I think we did it twice. Honestly, I don't even know. That's a blurry part of my memory. Like as far as like the event goes, but it did do very well.
Yeah.
It did. That venue was sick.
That's where we did we did our 10-year anniversary like 2 years ago at l'Elysée.
What do you mean?
So we had our crew 10-year anniversary. We did it at l'Elysée literally 2 years ago, or it's not called l'Elysée anymore.
Yeah, does it even exist now?
No, it does. The venue is there, but it's not called l'Elysée anymore. But we did our jam. Is
it still the yellow floor?
I think they.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's actually really cool, like the venue.
Like the actual floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah. Anyway. So I mean, anyways, okay. So the way it worked is just like I just kind of like took control of the situation. I'm like, okay, we're gonna do one. I'm like, okay, I rented it out. I went to go get Dizzy and Profo. I brought them in. I can't remember if we got anyone else. But the whole community was there, and it worked out really well. But yeah, it just like the problem that I have with the community right now, and the problem that I have with the whole like I guess it's community, but it's kind of like culture community, whatever. Is that like everyone's kind of like not doing anything, like get it together, like you're gonna do it, like it's not that complicated, but everyone's kind of like lazy or something. I don't know what it is. Like it bothers me. Like I'm just like, okay, this is how you make a successful, growing culture for b-boy. You need to have annual events. Annual.
Yeah.
So war is war. Okay. Extreme Supreme, Maximum Heat. Those are the three big Under Pressure. Those are the biggest like ones. Everything else is like here and there, and it's like oh, we're gonna do an event like here, and then it's like 4 months later, and then it's like 15 months later or whatever. You need to have annual events because of the bragging rights. And then what happens is people train for that all year long.
Yeah.
You go to practice and you're training, you're making choreographies with everyone. And then like you're talking to each other, and like you're thinking about being at that spot at that time. So you think about it, and that's what makes crews too, and families.
Yeah.
It's like you're like, okay, war is coming. You're thinking about it all the time. And then you get together with a crew, and your crew, and then you work towards that, and all these like annual events. When you don't have that, you get people hooking up with this crew, that crew is hooking up with that crew.
Yeah.
No one gives a shit. It's like whatever. You need to have bragging rights, and you need to have like a thing like a Stanley Cup. Like you need to have something that people go for all the time. It has to be annual. It's like episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, whatever.
Consistency,
but it's not monthly. It's not bi-monthly. It's not seasonal. It's annual. That's what it is. So if a community has war is war, it thrives. Like people work together. That's how you get crews. Like that's how crews happen in like places, and they agree and they get together, and then you have beef, and you have stories, and you have all this type of stuff. You have to have annual events because people are ready to come back and get you. Say, I'm going to get this from you, or I'm going to keep that title. It's about titles and stuff like that. That's what's healthy for a b-boying community, or any kind of hip hop. Actually, any kind of competitive endeavor. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Really. So that's what's missing.
Yeah, but it makes sense. I mean, right now, in terms of annual jam, like here in Montreal, there is Skillsometer, that one-on-one jam, right? Massive jam one-on-one. Yeah. But I think it'd be really cool to have something like that with a crew aspect,
Or a soul clap.
Yeah.
Soul clap. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But I guess
I get what you mean.
COVID makes us forget things in that sense.
Skillsometer, Skillsometer for sure, yeah.
But 100% I know what you mean in terms of annual, like we need consistency. We need something that happens every year, and people can look forward to.
It's about bragging. It really is. That's what it is. Look at what's b-boying, what's breakdancing, where'd it come from? Came from like one crew battling the other. New York City Breakers, Rock City crew.
Yeah.
Okay, so you meet up and you battle. Okay, so like So what you need is like an event where it's like, I'm going to see you there.
Yeah.
And I got something for you.
Yeah.
You're not ready yet, but
yeah.
you got something for me. So we're going to have it out.
Yeah. That's
and
true.
Then you get brotherhood, and you get people like really banding together. And like, we're going to do something, and we're going to go, and we're going to prove it. We're going to prove it to ourselves. Number one. And number two, we're going to prove it to other people. Well, what does that mean? Whatever you want. But the thing is that it's way more than that. Why are you doing it? Yo, you know what? Here, like when we started breakdancing, we never had a coach. Okay? I'm sure other people don't too. I'm not saying that we're different. But what I'm saying that is like what's really cool is that we showed up to practice every Wednesday at 8 p.m. at 8 Count Dance Studio. Because Steve Bolton, the guy, so he was in Foot Clan a long time ago when I was 14. So then, and his dancing name was 8 Count. So he actually made his dance school called 8 Count, which did Blueprint. One of them invented Blueprint. I still hang out with him. I still see him like every couple of weekends or whatever. But I mean that's what it is. So we went there, and we wasn't a coach. There wasn't someone telling us that you had to be there. No, we went there because we wanted to, because we had something to like. It was like really different. Like we went there because we wanted to. You didn't have to. That's what's really cool about breakdancing. Like I've taught at every dance school and everything like that. But at one point, it's not even about that. It's either you want to or you don't.
Yeah, 100%. You can't really force your students or anything like that. But I get what you mean with the jams. You know, like when we started, there was this kids jam that you might remember called Bragging Rights, literally called Bragging Rights, and that was the kids jam, and that was what my crew at the time looked up to. And like 1 year we're like, oh, we didn't get it this year, okay, then the next year we win, okay, maybe it's not time for us to keep staying here. It's a kids jam, time to move on, but I get it, it's definitely something to look up to. Wanted to mention, unless I don't know if you had something to mention for that, Suji, but I just wanted to City gave us another thing to talk about, was when you guys won Just for Laughs. And then you guys got invited by Speedy Legs from New York City Breakers to go to the Bronx. And that's where you saw Methods of Brat Steady, which is a crazy super crew name of Boogie Brats and Rocksteady and all those guys, Skill Methods.
Yeah, it was Skill Methods, like Boogie Brats and
Rocksteady.
And Rocksteady. Yeah, so it was.
He said that like this was the first time you guys started seeing Commandos, and then from then on you guys started doing it much more. With
the Methods of Brad Steady. Anyways, that blew my mind. That changed our whole world. That took our world and flipped it upside down.
Because you guys were known for your Commandos and routines.
Yeah, we're the first. But I'm telling you, the reason why is because we traveled and we went out there. Like so we saw this. We're like, what the hell is this? Like Commandos. That's what Commandos is, right? I swear to God, they were the first ones to ever do something like that. It was a routine, and then it wasn't, and then it was. It was just like something different, and they call it Commandos, Commando style. Wow! So when we saw that, oh my God, that was at the Fila event. I know, I almost wore the shirt. I have the shirt from the Fila event. It was at Fat Joe's club called Fat Joe's, and it was in the South Bronx. And then when we went to go, so we got invited out by Speedy from New York City Breakers after we won the Just for Laughs event. Mm-hmm. So we went there and we're nervous. Anyway, so we had to go meet Dynasty Breakers, which is like just under like New York City Breakers on the side of the bridge of Manhattan. They walked us over to South Bronx, and then because we're West Island little white kids, so we went over and they brought us in, and then so we didn't know who was going to be there at all. So we got to see X Fiends for the first time. Who else was there? I saw Problem Child for the first time. There was anyways, but Brad, I think it's a Brad Steady. I think that's what it was. Anyways, the coolest thing I've ever seen, it was like flips from Skill Methods.
Yeah.
There was flips. There was Flea. There was T-Mel. There was it Hurricane?
It's a massive lineup already.
Oh no, it was massive. Anyways, and they were dressed like to the nines, like crazy, like way out to lunch, like so bright, so like wow, like show, like big time, big time. And then they just did these routines. teens that was like unbelievable. Like that event is infamous. And we saw that, so we're like, this it just like, it really just like smashed us in the face and flipped us upside down. We're like, wow, this is unbelievable. So we just took that concept that we'd never seen before, and we knew no one has ever seen it before. When we brought that down, we started training to do how to do commandos, but no one was doing that. No one's on our page. So we brought that to Montreal, and then what happened is we went back to the underground in Toronto. Okay. No one else was doing that, and we brought it there. And we went back to the underground. And I was telling Chris before, City, I was just talking to him before in the car before we were talking, and I'm like, Chris, you're missing one thing, man. I go, with all this stuff, I'm like, back to the underground. I go, that was everything. We won that trophy. We won like the Canadian, like it was basically the Canadian championship. We beat everybody. And that was like unbelievable. Like when we beat everyone and we brought commandos, and no one understood what it was, but it was like legal. Like in like,
were people complaining? Yo, what the hell? This is like 3 rounds in one, you know?
Not even. They just like, we're just like eating their feet. Like just like, there's like, don't know what's happening, but it's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's just like, it's like, oh, I think I just got smoked.
Yeah.
Like, boom. Yeah. So it did. And it just like, we're like, wow, okay. Yeah. And Dizzy was the only one that kind of understood it. He's like, wow, I can't believe you guys actually brought that. Anyways, and after that, it was off to the races. Everyone was doing it. But you know what? Everyone said tactical crew, red mask, and supernaturals and bagging tricks and everything like that. They all told us that like, you guys were like the first ones to bring it and do it properly.
Nice.
And do it properly. Yeah.
Sick.
We tried for it, but that's what it was all about for me. You know, first of all, one thing I just want to say is that the reason why I am who I am and where I am, period, is all from breakdancing one way or another. People I met, relationships, all these type of things has spawned off and spun off to make me the person I am. It's all because of breakdancing. It really is. Mm-hmm. It's because of me, but it's because of breakdancing. And I did breakdancing, and breakdancing did me. Mm-hmm. You know, I say breakdancing as people, I don't give a fuck. Like I'm telling you, I know, but the thing is this. The thing is that you can't tell me like how to speak about it because I don't care. Like you're gonna talk to me about like how to speak about it properly. No, you're not, because this is my love. This is my love. Yeah. It is. Yeah. So don't tell me how to speak about it.
You paid your dues.
Yeah. Yo, that's true though. It's true though. Don't speak to me about my love. It's like you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna say whatever I want, and don't tell me that like I didn't do it properly. You know?
Well, we sure saw it. Yeah, man. Like, but we saw it like in the few clips that we've seen of you dancing. Like, it's obvious that you knew exactly what the fuck was going on because you
was so in love.
Yeah, man. Like it looks like it.
I still watch and like follow and stuff like that. And like I think I put in music in my AirPods and I go for a run. It's the only thing I think about. You know, I think about it every day, all day. I do. You know, I'm disappointed where it went. Wow. But you know what? That's the thing though. I like to like leave it like beautiful in my mind.
Right.
Like, you know, it's not that it's not like I said, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do something as soon as I'm allowed to. Like I'm gonna do something like really beautiful for it. Like I'm gonna do something really cool. But yeah, we're gonna get there. But still, like, you know, people can't tell me what to do and how to think about it. Like this is like, it's just so close to me. It is me. So like I'm gonna say whatever I want, and you can't say anything about that. And it's
we won't edit this podcast, FYI. But yo, let's deep dive a little bit into like your approach of the dance, your vision of this of like style and just breaking in general. I think we can catch a little bit of like Florida inspiration in your style. We can catch a little bit of like traditional breaking in your style. It's very dynamic. And I mean, Chris is another, like City is another good example of like so let's be honest here. Like for EMIL and I, Chris is probably one of the best b-boy Canada has ever seen of all time. Like quote me on this, I don't give a fuck. Like
I know, right?
And City told me the same thing about.
It's so sick.
City told me the same thing about you.
Oh, yeah.
So we want to understand what's the inspiration? Like, what's the vision behind Shook? Like, what's the style? Like, how would you explain your style and your approach? Because I mean, we could be like, Emil used the term gushing about like Chris's style when we spoke to him, and we could probably gush all around your breaking. But
I know. Chris is more like City's more of like a boom, like he's like he's got incredible strength.
Yes,
he's very athletic. He's like a glass rod though, because he always gets injured. And Fakes are always injured. Always. Anyways, yeah, but because they just like push it. You know, for me, I got injured like it was like, and it just happened to be like the worst injury. Did all my tendons and stuff like that. Anyways, so how do I answer your question? I don't really know. Okay, so my style is more of like a. It's like I like the smoothness. I like the jumping. I like the smooth, quick, and then like boom, like something like really like just like an illusion almost.
Yeah.
And then like stick that flow right back flow. I guess, yeah. So it's like flow, stick, bang, but right back in like nothing happened.
Right, like straight to the point.
Effortless. I like it to make it look effortless and like super flow, but then like a bang.
Yeah.
When you don't expect it. Yeah, like a little bang.
What were your influences like? Who were you?
My influences? So now I can actually talk about. So like if you think about like City, he's kind of like a machine, an Ivan, those are the first things that come to my mind.
Like, that's pretty solid.
Like explosive, you know.
Yeah.
Like bing bang, like it's just like big power, you know. And then for me, I would always like my influences. Where it came out was a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Reveal was a big one. I loved abstract. I loved what's I love like like those are the first ones that come to mind. But it was just that kind of like flow, smooth, like just like that little bit of like thread. Mikas, I love Mikas too. Like Boogie Brats, I love them. I love. It wasn't okay. It was Boogie Brats is like my and Skill Methods. They're like my favorite all around, and it's just because it was like their demeanor.
Yeah,
that really attracted me. It was like an infamous type of like smoked you.
Yeah.
Rock Force. I love Rock Force.
Yeah.
But those are my favorites, like for sure. If you ask me who my favorite crews are, Rock Force, Boogie Brats, Skill Methods.
Okay.
It's something really hard to describe. You know, whenever you ask someone like, "Yo, what's your style?" Like, I think even myself or Suju would have trouble explaining it. You know,
the only way I can explain it are my influences.
Yeah, or you freaking show it. But yeah, it's like it's tough to explain it in words. So, but it totally makes sense. You know, we could see just in that footage that we saw of you, it's like it's straight to the point. Is the demeanor, like the personality, the character that you mentioned, blow ups, rawness. You know, like it's yes, straight to the point.
Rawness,
comes to me.
Okay, rawness. Yeah. I know. I love that. I love when people stick like a freeze and they're almost like shaking. It's like boom. It's like
fucking sting.
It's way better than when someone just freezes, but when someone goes and you see like that, and it's it's like so sick when someone does that like by accident almost.
Yeah.
I know that just like it just shows like the effort and like the passion in there, instead of just like sticking like a freeze. Like it's like okay, routine, like we've done this a million times. But when people do things like they've done it before, but they just went to that because they were like almost like in a situation where they almost didn't have anything left, or they fell into it. That's like the most beautiful thing, man. When someone comes through when they weren't sure, and you can tell. Yeah. And it's like, and you're like, and they did. It's just like it's like someone scoring like a goal in the last second or something like that. It's like, oh, well, yo, you did it. Everyone's like celebrating at the same time. It's like, oh, that was amazing. Like you just fucking did it. Like you pulled it off. Like, yeah, I love that so much. That's why I love competition. Yo, man, competition is so sick because this like competition is like playoffs in the hockey. It's like anything can happen.
Yeah,
anything can happen. and there's so much energy and like angst there. There's so much rawness. There's so much like emotion. Oh my God. It's just like everything's there, and it's like it's so intense.
Yeah.
And then when someone like hits something big, it's like, whoa, it's like yeah, it's just unbelievable to watch that. And like the sound, it's like the people like yelling and stuff like that. It's just like, oh man. That's what really gets me. Yeah. And because it's so much practice and you pull it off right when it matters. Oof.
Yeah.
It's it can't get better than that. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about, that feeling.
I want to ask you before we start to wrap things up, but who were like your ultimate rivals, like in Montreal when you guys were in your prime?
Well, it was Red Mask. It was always Red Mask, and then we made ILLMATIC when we got together. Besides that, was Area 51 for sure.
Okay.
Area 51, 701 squad. Yeah, 701 squad, Area 51.
Any heated Red memories?
Mask. Oh, a Flow Rock too. I mean, look. Like the only one that was like really cool was like and then there was Flow Rock, and then there was Younger Crew. I feel like ass. But legs crew, legs crew. But Tactical was always like really cool because they saw us and they're just like, friends with us.
Nice.
But we were new to the scene, so like no one knew us and we didn't know anyone. But like I said, like we got together, Red Mask. We just like, and then we became really good friends, and we became really good friends, like really good friends.
Nice.
Like seriously, yeah, no, we did. It was beautiful. Like I'm friends with everyone in Red Mask. I still talk to them, and like it was just that was like a beautiful like serendipity thing with Red Mask. Yeah, but if you want to be honest, that was like our main rival. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
for sure. But there's two families, right? So there's like Legs, Flow Rock, Tactical, Red Mask.
Yeah.
Area 51 was their own family. We were our own family. And then 701 was their own family too.
Yeah.
So those are the main families. Those are the main ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was this is the last question.
I missed them all. Yeah, I do.
They miss you too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We'll wait for your return. But last question before we usually end our episode with a few rapid fire questions. But you mentioned that big moment when a guy sticks his freezer or sticks a move. We remember, I think it was a footage of either yourself or Jeff hitting this fucking impossible move. We recently saw this footage. I think it was fluid, but I'm sure you had your own moments as well.
Yeah, we both did. Yeah, because we both did something impossible by mistake. Yeah.
Yo, it was we saw this footage like a few months ago, and we couldn't find it. Yeah, we couldn't find it again. I think it was Jeff who did it.
Has been to the elbow.
Something like that.
Yeah. I knew it. Yeah. What? Yo, like that was at the end of the battle. And like he's done a couple of practices, but like
you posted that yourself.
I posted because I still can't believe it. Because like I was like, whoa, like
someone calls the bite and you're like, no.
Doesn't even head spin. And then she's like this, and then all of a sudden he freezes like this, like bent all backwards, looking at them. Like what?
It was perfect. Perfect.
It was like right at the end, like. What he did a flare to like he tapped his foot a bit, but he went to head spin and then he just like hits the elbow. I don't know how, and then he's like back there. But that's what our practice is like. We just like did fucked up shit, and then sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Don't know how. The first time I did that hat trick at Best of the West, I've never done that before. And then like I get so bad, like where I went like this, took my hat off, put it back down, and then I threw it up like between my legs, and then like I grabbed it like on the elbow freeze. I like never actually pulled it off, but I just did it. Man. It was the last round in like the finals. I'm just like, I have nothing left. I'm just gonna do this.
You posted that yourself, so are you sometimes kind of like having those little nostalgic moments where you're just
I have them every day, all day.
Yeah.
Every day, all day. It'll never leave me. I think about it all the time.
Well, man,
all the time.
Can you still do a little bit of like top rocks or just like a?
Yeah, for sure. And like sometimes I do. Like I'm just like when I'm with myself, like I'm just like
Sometimes you bust a little.
Because I'm thinking about it all the time.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about it all the time. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So, what was the question about Jeff? Yeah.
Oh shit!
That was
it was just to bring that up because I'm.
Oh, yeah,
sure,
yeah.
like,
That
it was
was
perfect
intense.
that you mentioned something, about hitting the freeze, and we just
I know.
remember that moment.
I sent it to him the other day. He's like, yo, I don't know, man. I'm like, yeah, me neither. The fuck? Yeah, it's like you really rolled the dice there, eh? He's like, yeah.
Nice.
Oh fuck! All right, bro.
But it's so intense. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna wrap it up. We just got a few rapid fire questions for you. You can elaborate if you like, or you can answer with one word. It's up to you. So first question: who's your favorite MC or hip hop group?
Nas has always been my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nas.
Is there a current artist right now that you're listening to, like maybe of this generation or not, but just somebody you're listening to right now that maybe you could recommend?
That's new.
That doesn't have to be hip hop either.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You know what? Love Mumford and Sons.
Yeah.
I love what they're doing. I love Kings of Leon. I think that they're just great. I think there's like a lot of passion behind there. Yeah.
Nice,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
This question might be really fun, especially because you have this event related brain. What's a matchup you would like to see, or maybe somebody you would like to battle?
A matchup that I'd like to see. Oh yeah, I can tell you that right now. I've been thinking about this for a long time. I want to see Bumblebee versus Nora Diamond.
Oh shit!
Okay, you're up to
Bumblebee,
date.
Nora Diamond. Whoa, yo, those two.
Yeah.
Those guys are my favorite right now.
Nice.
They're fucking nuts. Like
yeah, but I want to see them against each other, like really badly.
I think they battle together a lot or something
in person.
I don't know, man. But they have to battle, and I need to see it.
Nice.
I mean, maybe maybe you can make that happen.
They're similar, but a little bit different. But it doesn't matter. In my opinion, those guys are what's up right now for me.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
Big time.
And is there anybody you would like to battle?
Oh, and Box One.
Oh yeah, Box One.
Nice.
Yeah, Box One.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sick.
I don't understand Box One because he's like tall, but he's so fucking quick for someone.
You know what he's like? Iron Monkey.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This guy's just super quick and
it's brute strength, brute.
Yeah.
Brute power.
Yeah.
That's what he is. And mad style. That's not all he is. I'm just saying, like.
Yeah. I don't. So I mean, you named two guys who are pretty like active right now, but I don't know if you have any knowledge of the Montreal scene. Do you know, like, if I ask you, who's a current underdog of our scene, would you be able to name someone?
Underdog.
Someone coming up, killing it.
No, because I've been following, but I haven't seen any like events lately.
Right.
But does Sweet Technique ever fucking impress me? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Promo, Flayo, Vicious, like these guys. Wow.
Yeah.
I knew when they first started, man, and they accelerated like
all of a sudden, yeah.
Like bars none. As far as I'm concerned, I think that they're the best.
Yeah,
I really do. And I actually personally like those guys a lot. But wow, they're fucking amazing. These guys. Yeah, no, they're flipping the script big time.
Yeah,
I have so much respect for them. Yeah,
100%. Favorite jam ever of all time?
War is War.
Nice.
That was quick.
Yeah.
And I mean, you mentioned.
And then Maximum Heat. Oh, and then Maximum Heat. Yeah, but War is War. Okay, if I had to name one, yeah, War is War. Yeah.
You mentioned international influences. Do you have any local inspiration?
Local inspiration. Oh man, I first started my biggest inspiration I think was Jago Star from Tactical.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. Very local.
Nice.
Kind of a similar question. Was there somebody that was kind of intimidating to you when you started breaking that you're like, oh shit, I'm going up against this guy?
That's a good question. Yeah. Well, I think Red Mask was the most. Actually, it was. Who was I most intimidated by? Because I was, for sure. But I think it was like mostly from Red Mask. Like a lot of the things that like people would expect to be like intimidated, they just didn't like intimidate me. Like I love Dr. Step, but like, you know, and he's intimidating, but I just wasn't.
Yeah.
But I love him. He's like he's really good. Amazing. Yeah. But like, cause he is intimidating, right?
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
But yeah, so I guess it was actually like I didn't want to fucking battle like Dingo or like Rocket. Actually, anyone from Red Mass.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But I would. I mean, but I just didn't. I didn't.
Yeah,
want to.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you had a choice or whatever.
Yeah.
Your competitive spirit would battle anybody anyway.
Yeah. I'd show
favorite. Do you have a favorite kicks for breaking? Favorite shoes?
That's a big question. It's a loaded question because that was a big thing. Like I would think about, like I would break down. Like I did with Converse like a lot. That worked out for me. But like Air Maxes like seemed to like work out for me like a lot too. Mostly was Air Maxes. It was Air Maxes or Converse. Like that's what it was. Chuck Taylors. Yeah, that's what I used. Yeah,
it's a massive difference.
Yeah, I know. But it was one of the two. Yeah,
okay.
But Air Max were better. For me. Yeah.
I like the lightness of Converse, but at one point I couldn't continue breaking because it was fuck up my knees.
I know.
Because there's like no support in the shoe.
Zero. It's like wearing a piece of fucking rubber like taped to your sole or whatever. It's
sorry, Converse. Yeah.
Yeah, I
know. What's a power move you wish you would have had?
Oh, I never actually. You know what? I could never head spin, but I think halos.
Oh yeah,
shit.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Halos would be like the right answer for that. Yeah, halos. Yeah. No, I was just thinking about like 1990s and whatever. But
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This is more of a general question. Kind of tough to answer, but West Coast or East Coast in general, not even breaking related.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, I was just about to say East Coast, and I went like woo to the west. No, I know, but but the answer. Okay, the thing is this: a lot of people in the West Coast are from the East Coast.
Yeah,
but they rep the West Coast.
Yeah, Tupac.
So you got like there's a lot of people in the West.
So like Tupac, he like born in New York.
Okay, like I was talking about breaking. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no. So then it's gonna have to be Queensbridge, East Coast.
All right.
Otherwise, if you want to say Biggie or Tupac, I go Tupac. But otherwise, it's usually just like Mob Deep, like
you fucking answered the next question. Biggie or Tupac? So it's Tupac.
Yeah. No, for me it's Tupac. Yeah, but otherwise it's Queensbridge militia.
Okay. All right, we got another kind of hard one. Ken Swift or Mauricio?
Mauricio.
Oh shit. Okay.
The origin story. I love that.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah. Premier?
Yeah, but
Premier,
origin or no origin, in my opinion. Sorry.
Yeah.
DJ Premier or RZA?
What do you mean, DJ Premier? RZA from Wu-Tang?
Yeah, RZA that produces beats.
I don't think that you can. RZA, does he produce the beats? I met him like I was in like 2 years ago. I was at in downtown Montreal with him.
Oh, yeah, they're both quite notorious producers.
Really, I didn't know RZA was so much of a producer because I used to have his album. No, that was Jizza. No, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and say I love Premier, but I love Wu-Tang even more. So RZA.
Okay. All right. Last question, man. Who would be a guest you could recommend for us to have on the podcast? I know we have 63 episodes now, so you might name a few that we already had. But is there anybody you think is worth us interviewing?
Yeah, 100%. Biggles
from
MEC. Okay, nice.
He's got stories.
Wait, why is the name so familiar?
Well, you
for sure know him.
But he wasn't like he was breakdown, but he was Biggles. Like he was there, but like he's aware and like he's got stories, my friend.
Okay, sweet, nice. We'll take that.
I'm gonna tell him.
Okay,
that's a great recommendation.
I still talk to him. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna tell Biggles, but Biggles.
Okay, sweet,
cool.
I want to see that.
Thank you so much for your time, bro. I really appreciate it.
Super
problem,
cool.
Man. No, I know that was amazing, man. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
I feel like we brought you down to memory lane a few times though.
I know, but I love it. I love it. Yeah, thanks, man. I got to say what I wanted to say too. So about how I feel.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Sick. Well, thanks, bro. We'll catch you on the next. Thanks again for the time, brother.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Peace.